And hello and welcome to a little show that we do on Wednesday nights here at see if I can get all this stuff fixed. There we go. Little show we do on Wednesday nights at Rockwall Ford. I mean, no matter how much you prepare, you forget to like turn some graphics off that you're not quite ready for, and that's what happens. Chris Pena, Rockwall County Game Day, James Branch, Chris Moore, Kevin Wingfield. It's I-30 Classic Week. It's a big week. It is week
Huge.
9. Is it week 10 or is it week 9? Because I see like Heath putting out week 9. I see like Dave Campbell's. It's like week 10. I don't know if it's week 9 or 10. It's a big week. That's what I do know. Welcome, guys.
Very big week.
Hey,
Very
glad to
big
be here,
week.
man.
Glad to be here.
Huge week, biggest show of the year, I think.
Yeah,
Biggest show.
it's a really fun show. We have, as you can see there on your screen, 10-6A Week 9 preview around 5:50, and then Batman is back to join the show
Batman.
at 6:10 ish. 6:10 ish. We will have
Will he
Batman.
show?
Well, I
Does he
hope
have a
so.
driver?
I mean,
For this traffic, he needs to have his
yes,
Batcopter.
yeah, he might be at HEB.
He might.
Might
Oh,
be at
yeah.
HEB. I don't know. There's a lot going on over there. So I mean, maybe you never know. It is I-30 Classic Week, and it's just such a fun week, and there's other big games around the district going on as well. But obviously, this is the one that we all circled on our little calendar months ago, and it happens to be going on during Halloween, which I think makes it extra spooky. It's going to be a fun week, and it's been a fun week tonight. Of course, the Rockwall has a big community event, pep rally
going on right now.
starting at 6:30, and I think at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock's the actual pep rally. Yeah, they got like a trunk or treat thing going on before, but 8
Ye-
o'clock's the official start time.
Yeah, so safe travels to everybody over there. I know it'll be a good time. A little windy, but the weather's perfect for a fall day. And if we'll get wrapped up soon enough, and I'm gonna try and get over there and have some fun and take some photos and things like that. So, guys, how's it been going?
Good,
Everybody,
man.
everybody, everybody, everybody
Yeah,
back. We missed
good.
a week, I think, and now we're back going strong.
Yeah. We this been looking forward to this week. And a lot to talk about. And don't forget volleyball, right? Don't the
Playoffs start tomorrow, right?
and the girls, don't they have a game Friday?
I
And that the
wasn't there one Tuesday
or was it
yesterday?
Tuesday?
I
Was
need
it
to.
the
I need to.
I-30 Classic
No, it
starting
was.
tomorrow?
I think it was round
I think
one.
round one
Okay.
starts tomorrow.
Is it tomorrow?
Yeah, I think it's
Okay.
tomorrow.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, volleyball is going on playoffs, and so Rockwall and Heath are in the playoffs,
Yep.
and so hopefully a deep run to those, and that'll just take a little bit more time because while I don't go to many regular season games, and I did go to 3 this year. Went to Roy City. They opened up at home, and then I went to 2 Heath games. One was at North Forney, and then the other when I drove early to Longview, I caught a couple of sets of those. So,
Hmm.
so speaking of Longview, um,
Speaking of,
yeah,
uh,
let's.
before you rain on the parade, let's go ahead and give kudos out to the Rockwall and Rockwall Heath High School bands.
Good call there.
Also, very those good.
Going to
bands
state.
are phenomenal. Both going to state this year. So happy for
Yeah,
those group of kids, and that's hard. That's hard work, man. that is, and that they start early in the summer.
Early in the
They're
summer.
outside on concrete for hours. I mean, there's a lot of work put in there.
I
know,
know that the Forney band made it also, and kudos out to Coach Fleener because he had his players up in the stands watching those kids,
Nice.
and that's what they need. They need those boys never get to see them. Those boys need to see how hard those guys in the bands work too.
Yeah,
Those shows are phenomenal. All of them. I've seen them all this year. They are absolutely phenomenal.
yeah,
Yeah,
awesome.
shout out to Coach Fleener. Coach Fleener took a phone call of mine, and we went through the 10-6A tiebreakers
Ugh.
and the whole scenarios and what goes on. And we're going to try to explain that tonight
Made my head hurt.
when we get
Yeah.
into the Week 9 preview. We'll kind of get into what it all means and things like that, and
Yep.
try and figure out the tiebreakers. I was on with Matt Stepp, Dave Campbell's Texas Football. we had a phone call last night. Appreciate him giving me about 15 minutes of his time, and we talked about 10-6A, and then we talked about 11-6A and what it all means, and not to uh, throw any shade or overlook round one to 9-6A, because
Right.
that would be the first round of the playoffs that these teams would see. But it always comes down for this district to that second round and the matchups that they'll see in 11-6A, and we'll try to work through a little bit of that. Holly Moore, Rockwall County, get out and vote. Early voting ends Friday. Um, that's huge. The Vader that's going on. Like I said, it's not a political show, even though I'll pump my man up here at some point for what he's running for. But what it means for the teachers, and what it means for the school district, and what it means for the kids to go out and vote and get this thing passed, so that we can continue to grow as a district and compete with the other school districts that are
Right.
around. It's just so important that we do our part. And I think if you dig into the details, and we're not going to get into the details and the negative and positives, but I will say just it's important to get out and vote, and it's important to get out to vote yes to this thing passing. That's just my personal
Well,
take.
and
So
if you don't mind, my only comment to that is there's a lot of stuff going around, plus good and bad.
Right.
My I just would like people do your research,
Mhm.
okay, and then vote the way you feel. I don't have an opinion one way or the other because I'm not in this district, but just do your research. Don't rely on other people to
Right.
give you information. It just doesn't work that way. So do your research. Know what you're voting for when you go in. It doesn't. It takes a little longer because there's a lot of constitutional amendments on this ballot,
Right.
but just make sure you know what you're getting when you go in.
And
Yep.
and it's for more than sports. I mean, come on, guys. We're not.
No,
They're not trying to get this
Yep.
passed so they can get a new football stadium or new baseball stadiums. This is for the teachers and the kids,
Yep.
and that's what we're here for. It's for the kids.
and I think there's a big impact to the overall community on pending on this vote.
Right.
And we all love Rockwall County for the reason we do, and schools are
Mhm.
what has made Rockwall County.
Yes.
It's a big part
Yes.
of the identity. So just keep that in mind.
Well, and I'll tell you too, the voter turnout has been very low. It's very, very
Mm.
low. So
Mm.
if you're going if you don't think this county is small, every single vote counts, regardless if it's yes or no. Like I said, I'm not here to debate that, but I can tell you your vote in this county counts just as much as you think that it doesn't.
Mhm.
I mean, it is. We are notorious for low voter turnout. So this thing could go yes or no with just a few votes. So get out and vote and do it the way you feel you think you need to.
well said.
Good said.
Appreciate Holly Moore.
I definitely
saying
would
that.
listen to that Holly Moore. By the way, she
You got personal knowledge.
Well,
that's
she talk about doing her research
Yeah,
and being in
yeah.
the know. I've heard that she does know.
well, I Pena disparaged her earlier. I heard,
Wow.
but I can't confirm that. But I'm
Wow.
just saying,
That's an extra cloud there, dude.
Holly's the wife. Holly's been a teacher in Rockwall for goodness before we were married.
So when she comes up next
So
week,
she is
Pena is the guy you want to go after. Not
Yeah.
she's taught a lot of these kids that watch the show that play. She's I would say this even if she wasn't my wife, but she's the typical Rockwall teacher that's invested a lot
That's
into
awesome.
the
Love it.
community.
Well, good for
And
her.
so,
That's awesome.
we should
There you go.
honor those that really have put in the blood, sweat, and tears.
Well, let's
Enough
get-
said.
Is she
Yeah.
cooking dinner for you tonight? Is
She is now.
Yeah.
We better talk about football.
Yeah. Speaking of coming after me.
Oh boy, here it
Speaking
comes.
of coming
I
after
led
me.
you right into it. There you go.
Okay. So sometimes you're wrong. My week 8 predictions gone wrong. It was a tough week. Thunder and Lightning. It was tough. It was tough to go out to Longview. First off, hats off to Longview. They made me pay for it. I'll say that. Going before. So in a minute, I'm going to pop up my quote on my predictions. But I had said my prediction, and then I get a phone call about 12:40 Friday, and I was honestly scheduled to go to the Heritage Christian Academy game, and Coach Mack's probably mad at me, and I'm gonna have to call him. But this fan calls me and is like, "I'd like to speak to the person that does your articles." And
Hold, please.
there was a screen. Yes. Oh yeah, I totally. So I said there was a girl that
Give us
writes.
James's number. Or
I
what?
said, yeah, I totally said something like, "Oh yeah, I write a summary and the girl writes it for me." Like I don't know, read it to me. So they take a screenshot and they post it on the Lobos fan page, and it was going berserk, and people were up in arms, and they even posted a picture of me. And where did they get my phone number? You can find it on the Rockwall County Game Day Facebook page to contact me if you'd like some sponsorships, Coca-Cola, HEB, Fresh, whoever. Best Western I'm looking at. But and they were he we had about a 10-minute conversation, and I explained my stance to him. And it was a great conversation. The gentleman was very nice, and it wasn't hateful. But he did at the end, he did ask if I was coming to the game, and at that point he had me fired up, and so I said I am going to the game, and he said, "Oh boy." He said, "They also got your face up on the page, and just be ready to take some flack."
I love it. I love it.
So, here's what was said. Okay, so 10-6A thoughts and predictions. I basically said, look, I agree that other than a team seeing a buyer tire legacy, don't be shocked at any result. Roy City versus North Forney. Bulldogs need a few things to happen. One, special teams. I can read all this: onside kicks and offensive scores, return a kick or create a turnover that leads to points. Two, don't let Legend Bay turn the corner. Bulldogs need to slow him down. Legend will get his, but make him earn it. Three, winning the turnover battle over North Forney won't be enough. Bulldogs must create turnovers and turn them into points. Be ready to get hit in the mouth. Nothing is more demoralizing to a fighter than hitting your opponent with your best shot and they keep coming at you. If the Bulldogs can manage these, give me the Bulldogs in a high scoring instant classic. So, I left it open ended here, right? So, maybe my predictions. I'm going to say this: I went 1-1 because I said if Roy City did all these things, if they did all these things, then I can see them winning in a classic. They obviously didn't do these things, and so it didn't happen. You can see the results there. North Forney had their night, and that's just how it went. That one right there is a split for me. At the bottom there, because I'm going to talk about Heath and Longview in just a moment. Rockwall Tire Legacy. I said sorry, Tire Legacy. Rockwall by 3 scores. Enough said. That happened. They went out and did their job versus Tire Legacy, which brings me to Heath and Longview. And this is what they were up in arms about. Until I'm proven otherwise, Heath is the best team in the district. I expect Heath to win by more than a touchdown, but let's put that but in there. It wouldn't surprise me if Longview wins by the same. This is a game that Longview will need things to go their way to win. Give me Heath 45-35. It did not go my way. We'll just leave that rain cloud there. I could take it away, but let's just leave it there.
Take the
And
punishment.
it did, and I'm not going to make excuses for the Hawks because I know that Coach Webb and that staff, and I know those kids won't make excuses. They went out to Longview, which is a tough place to
Very
play,
tough. Very tough.
and they don't give up a lot of points there. And sure enough, they came out with a game plan, and they got hot quick, and they pretty much had it over. Heading into halftime, you thought, well, maybe Heath gets gets the ball or whatever. Maybe we can score something, and then Longview goes on a 8.5 minute drive, whatever it was. By the time Heath got the ball back, in the third quarter is almost over,
Yep,
and
yep.
you kind of saw the writing on the wall. And so Yes, I got that one wrong, and I'm here to stand on it. And for those, listen, Longview. First off, Longview's great. This is my first time ever traveling there. The facilities are amazing. They got a lot of construction going on, but the arena is
It's
awesome.
a
It
neat
sits in a
setup.
bowl. It's pretty cool for the volleyball, and then the fans of Longview, you can tell they come out. It's football. You can tell that that city shuts down and everybody's coming for football. Congratulations to them. And then after the game, I did receive a few texts for some random people that were giving me the business in a nice way. Just some good
Can you
sports,
read the text online or on the show? Is the
some good
question.
sports banter. Yeah, no, but I appreciate them reaching out, and apparently Matt Diggs, Professor Diggs, says that he made a prediction like this, that DeSoto was going to destroy Longview, and Longview ends up beating DeSoto in the playoffs. And so Matt said he received the exact same thing. So they're consistent, they're dialed in, and they know if you're going to say something about them, they're going to know it. So hats off to Longview and those fans for what they did to the Hawks.
Did you get escorted out of town? Did they escort you out?
I did
On a
not.
rail. On a rail.
I
Yeah.
did not, but I made sure that because I did wear some gear, but I made sure I had that backpack on like this, and it was covering everything as I walked
I love it.
as I walked out. So
Well, let's just say what happened. I mean, he just went down there and took a butt whipping. It
yes,
happened.
yeah,
It's going to happen. Kudos to Longview. It's their field, and they treated it like it was their field.
yes. We'll get into
It's just it.
we'll get into that Heath Longview game in just a moment, like what I saw, whatever we saw, and things like that. But I wanted to so yes. I owned up to it, and it definitely had me down. It definitely was a rainy night coming home, and there's my rain cloud, and that's me
For
with
once,
the
it wasn't me.
yeah, yeah,
For once, it wasn't
yes.
me.
So uh, let's just talk about recap really quickly. This week, and I think let's see, did I have a? I think I did on this one right here. The results: Rockwall 39, Tire Legacy 15, Royce City 0, 40, North Forney 47, Rockwall Heath 7, Longview 31, and Forney had the night off. Yeah, I mean, and you see week 8 there. We were talking about this before the show started. I don't know what week we're in. I thought we were in week 10. That's how I think Dave Campbell's and some of this have it. But then I see some of the graphics go out for Heath and they're like week 9. I don't know if it's week 9, week 10, whatever it is in the high school football season. Like I said, we're here. Listen, credit to Longview Game Day for kind of calling it out early. Um, I know them quite well, and they were texting me early in the week, and they were like, don't be surprised if this gets out of hand. And that was the nice way of saying it. And they were basically saying this is what we expect to happen during the game, and everything that they talked about happened to the T. It happened exactly how how they said it went down, and then a couple of injuries, happened for Heath. I don't. We won't speculate. I'm not gonna try to talk about or speculate who we'll see this Friday night. But of course, Prosper Neal goes down, and then they had a defensive back. Laffery, I believe his name is. He's leads the fourth leading tackler on the team for Heath. He goes down, and they didn't return in the game, and so you know I'm not going to make an excuse that, oh, well, if we have everybody healthy, maybe we can fight back in this game. Longview just went out and played an outstanding game, and they were ready to go, and they pulled out a big win for Longview, and really keeps them in the race for everything.
And they did it with a game plan that was almost the opposite of what they did against Rockwall, which was pound the ball, run the ball, and then they came out and opened it up in the passing game. So
Yeah, and their running back was hurt. Their big running back, he did not play in that game
yeah.
at
So
all.
I mean, I still think Longview is a dangerous team. They've shown they can win a couple different ways, and their defense is obviously
Yeah,
extremely
and
solid.
their young quarterback has come to life, and he is starting to throw the ball around. They've got a receiver that's just huge, a young guy. And so yeah, Longview's dangerous, and they they're gonna have a tough one Friday night, which we'll talk about here in just a few minutes. But yeah, they go down. Rockwall, I think we thought they would take care of business. They did. I tried to watch that game during that, but you can tell me a little bit more.
Well, I mean, the first half was probably one of the best halves of football that Rockwall's had this year. I mean, on all sides, all phases of the ball. It was. I understand Legacy's not the strongest, but you still got to execute against the teams you're supposed to. I think Tyler had it had to have been less than 50 yards of offense in the first half, and most of that was on the first series. So there wasn't another first down after that in the first half. So it was what you want to see from a
Yeah,
team you're supposed to beat,
Right.
right?
yeah,
Let's just say that. Obviously, there's stronger opponents, but you got to take care of business when you're supposed to. You only can play who's in front of you. So it was a good fix some of the maybe mishaps that have been plaguing things the last couple of weeks. You didn't see that. Very solid. So should make for a good game for this week to be tuned up like that.
yeah. And then really quickly before we move on, Roy City. Roy City's an upcoming good young team. That game kind of does not define, or it's not what we've seen the entire year. We've seen them be able to score points, move the ball, get yardage. We've seen, Richardson throw the ball really well and get outside the pocket. We've seen Bryson Arney, the young sophomore wide receiver. We've seen him do his thing. Just wasn't their night. It didn't go away. North Forney, they knew exactly what they needed to do coming out of that Heath loss, and they came out and
They were off on their bye. That was after their bye week too, wasn't
yeah,
it? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and we've
yeah.
seen that a couple times in this season in this district. The team coming after the bye week has come out
Yeah, what
extremely
Longview did to
strong.
Tyler Legacy was strong. Yeah, everybody's come out of the bye week, pretty strong, and so we'll see, going down the road. We talked about Roy City, still looking for that signature win. They're going to have their opportunity with Longview, the last game of the season, which is we'll talk about some of the tiebreakers and some things that need to we'll be looking at, but Roy City, and I think Chris, you said it early on when you jumped on the first time that don't be surprised to see Roy City have that signature win that really messes things up for some
I
teams.
still think it's coming.
Yeah. So
Well, Roy City, what we said Roy City needed to do, they didn't do, and you got the outcome you got. Now, with that being said, there's a whole bunch of positives there that I think now is the time they take this week off to reflect. They look at what they need to do. They come out and they play a good team to end the season, and they focus. I listened to Coach Colvin's speech after, and I saw him on Saturday after the game. Man, I love him. I love him even more than I did just talking to him. The guy's passionate about what he's doing. But his main thing is look at where we were and where we are. And again, it takes time. You got to remember, Coach Colvin is still not playing with the guys. He still has kids that were in the program before he came. So
Totally different system.
it
Totally
is,
different.
and so it's a process, and there's a whole bunch of positives this year. Though your schedule may not reflect and be where you want, there's a ton of positives to look at, and a ton of a long ways to go to get up where he wants to be. So, hey, I'm going to say it was a good season. The record doesn't reflect what we probably all want, but at the end of the day, they made progress, and that's what you need to see. And so if it
hey,
keeps building.
and they're coming out of the bye week. We just
Yep.
mentioned it. Teams coming out of the bye week in this district have done very well. I won't be surprised to see Roy City give Longview everything they got.
Where are they playing at? Longview
They're
or
playing at
Royce?
Longview.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're playing at Longview. It's going to be tough, no doubt. And Longview's starting to find their stride.
Yep.
And so we'll see what happens. But one thing's for sure, they're going to travel and they're going to go out and play, and they're going to play hard, and they're going to try and give Longview their best shot. And coming out of the bye week, Coach Colvin and that staff, they got 2 weeks to prepare for it. So we'll see what happens. Okay, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk a little preview. We're going to talk about the North Forney Longview game. Then we'll talk about the I-30 Classic, Rockwall Heath versus Rockwall. Chris Pena, Rockwall County Game Days segment brought to you by Rockwall Ford. Come on out. They got lots of beautiful, beautiful trucks, beautiful vehicles out here. Jeff Hicks and his staff, they do so much for this community. They're actually the sponsors of the I-30 Classic game, Rockwall Ford is. So with so much support that they give us, give them a shot when you're ready to buy or lease a vehicle. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And we are back. We are live here at Rockwall Ford. This segment brought to you by Wrench City Power Sports. Mr. James Brent, he's straight from Wrench City Power Sports. Thank you for the support. Tell real quickly, 20 seconds. Give me your spiel. Why people need to come see you and where you're located.
20 seconds.
30
oh,
seconds.
man. 3406 East I-30 in Caddo Mills. We do everything from motorcycle repair service, accessories, to ATVs, side-by-sides. You name it, we can do it. If you want to build it, we can build it. Just come on out and see us. 972-914-1100 at wrenchcity.com, and we got you.
Boom. Man, I appreciate your support, and I know you love doing this. And so, yeah, if you have motorcycle side by side, you need some work done, you need some accessories. Mr. James Branch here, who, if he's not traveling across the country on his bike,
Yeah.
he's going to take care of you over there.
Next week.
Boom. Okay, week 9 preview. North Forney versus Longview. This is a big one. Obviously, both teams playing really well. Lots of star power. And lots of guys that can hit some home runs quickly on you. I don't have to tell you how big of a game this is as far as district standings and how it will impact what seating and things like that people get, which we'll try to break it down and talk about it in just a few minutes. But listen, like I said, Longview, we'll see if their running back comes to play. They've already proven that even if their running back's not there, they got a game plan. They can go out and they can put it on you. They're gonna try and keep the ball out of North Forney, at Legend Bay's hands by these long sustaining drives, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes. Just keep chewing up the clock. Take that play clock all the way down to 1. Longview traveling to North Forney. This is a tough one to pick. This is a big time game, and if North Forney can pull this off, we're gonna know a lot. We're gonna be able to talk about next week, really, about playoff scenarios and
Right.
who's in where and things like that. Yeah, North Forney Longview, that's gonna be a big one.
Yeah, North Forney has surprised me this year. I said this at the beginning of the season. If they could maintain their composure and keep their emotions in check, they could go far. They have done that, and it has paid off in dividends for them. Longview obviously has proven that they're nobody to be fooled around with. This is probably the biggest game of the season that could determine who your district champ is and where they're seated.
Yep.
And it could also derail your whole system because I think both of these teams are going to come out. They're going to leave it all on the field. It's going to be a war. And when you play that way, there's risk to it that could absolutely, hurt you down the road in the playoffs, but you can't afford not to do it because it is such an important game. So it's crazy how this is coming down, and I'm looking forward to it. I'll hold my prediction until later if that's what we're doing, and I just know it's going to be a good game, and it's going to be at North Forney, and those fans are going to be relentless, just like Longview fans are. This game man, it could get out of hand if you're not careful.
Yeah, I think it's well said. Uh, they're both going to be two really physical teams. It's going to be a lot of energy, a lot of emotion on the field. So it's this is one I wish we had on Thursday night as opposed to Friday, so we could have two good games this
Yes,
week.
Yeah,
I think
we
it's
could
going to be a great game to watch. So
Yeah, and I talking to Matt Stepp for Dave Campbell's. I know he was excited to get out to that game. He's going to be there. Yeah, if I mean, I'll make a pick. I mean, I think anytime you're going on the road, it's tough. And um, I'm I would have to say that Legend Bay is just he's just something special, and not just him. They got that running back Woodard, I believe is his name. They've got another running back. Both have done really well. North Forney's the number one offense in the area. I looked that up on Dallas Morning News today. Legend Bay, he's in the top 10 in rushing, and I think he's also in the top 19 for passing as well. So he's getting it done on both sides. That's tough to stop. But the equalizer, how you bring that down is you sustain the drives and you take the ball out of their hands. I think I like Longview in this game, like 31, 31 30, 31
You
28,
just
something
flipped
like
that.
that.
You were talking how great North Forney
Well,
was,
I
and
was
then
setting it up because I was scared to get some more text from some Longview folks. I was really impressed with Longview. I really was, and I think coming out of that Forney game, going back to look at it and how really they shot themselves in the foot quite a bit in that game. Credit to Forney for putting them in that spot and being able to beat them. But I think at the end of the day, they're they're a they're a program that wins for a reason. They know how to get it done. This is the time of year when they get it done. They are fresh off a trip from the state semifinals last year. I think this is a game that they find a way to get it done. Obviously, Legend Bay is the guy that's. I don't know if you stop them, you got a chance.
this
Longview
whole
is
game. Sorry, this
no,
this whole game's gonna revolve around how Legend Bay plays. If Legend Bay is Legend Bay, North Forney has a chance. If not, Longview.
and what I was going to say is Longview has found a way over the years to stop the one
One person,
player
right?
on the opposing
Yeah,
team every year after year. We can go back and talk about it, but I think now is the time of year where you get a little calibration, so you can say, well, how did North Forney and Forney match up? So therefore, does that lead to how Longview and North Forney are going to match up? I still think Longview is the animal that they are. I really do. I think it'll be a close game. I don't think you'll see a big blowout, but
no,
Longview Longview's going to Longview. We'll just leave it at that, in
If
my opinion.
Longview wins this game, your district championship just becomes even crazier.
well, I tell you, so I did not expect Heath and Longview game to go the way it did.
Nope, nobody did, except for
So,
Longview.
and Heath is still my favorite this week. We'll talk again. However, I still think Heath is is my favorite. I'm not going to give up on them after one game. However, Longview proved, and I know it was in Longview, but they proved who they are. And man, I'm going to go Longview also. I know we're giving North Forney bulletin board material, and that's okay. Um, and I hope they prove us wrong. I want to see a really good game. But I got to go Longview because they really surprised me with how they handled Heath, and so that's where I'm at on it.
Yeah, yeah, I think so. It'd be a good one. So we'll see how that turns out. Yeah, Gary, if North Forney can pass on Longview, it's going to be a long night. Yeah, I mean we'll see what happens. I mean, I thought Longview would have a tough time with Sean Gary for Heath. I thought they would, but they got him out of their game plan so quick. And
Yeah,
if Longview establishes themselves early the way they did against Heath, um, North Forney is going to be chasing it all night. And we've seen North Forney start off slow. Like they did against Heath, and you can't afford to do
You
that
can't do that against Longview.
against
They'll
Longview
they'll
because
they'll
if
take
you're behind, if you're behind, Longview's just going to lean on you. They're just gonna 3 yard, 4 yards, 5 yards. They're just going to just keep chipping away, and you're just going to watch the clock go down. And Legend Bay and North the Falcons, they're going to be sitting there and be like, okay, can we get the ball? Can we get the ball? And you know when you could do it when Longview can produce a drive like they did in that second half
Oh,
to
that
start
third
that
quarter was
against
brutal.
Heath. When you can do that to a team, it is absolutely
It
demoralizing.
is.
It is
It is.
because they're not going out there for chunk plays. They're not trying to like do something flashy. They're just going to old school, just
Smash
beat
mouth
you,
football,
and
like we talked about.
then before you know it, you're like, man, what is going on? 18 plays, 8 minutes or whatever it was. Like that's insane.
And didn't even score.
It didn't even score.
Didn't even score.
mm,
No, no, didn't even score.
That's right.
So we'll see. I like Longview. The game, obviously, that we're excited about and cannot wait for Friday on Halloween night, the I-30 Classic. Rockwall Heath is the home team. Rockwall is the visiting team. That does matter because of the stands.
yeah,
Believe it or not, it does matter. But you talk about two coaches that know each other so well. You talk about first on the Rockwall side, the path that's got them here. You know, they get a huge win over defending state champs North Crowley, who is on their way up again. They seem to be back. They're climbing the ranks, and you see a lot of predictions of them being one of the final four teams at this point in the season. But to get a win like that is huge. It has to say something about where this yellow jacket team is. Their record's not going to blow your socks off at 4-4 and at 2-3 in the district, but they've they could have won the Lake Travis game. They were in that game. They played who was ranked, and you have Louisville
Mhm.
who is ranked, and they play them to like 7 points, I believe, a 7 point game or something like that. I mean, Rockwall is a dangerous team because we talked about defense a little bit and how it's been a little bit more of their calling card this year
And they've
over.
had periods where it's been extremely solid too
Yes. Yep.
against good teams. I mean, the
hmm
Forney game was it was 22-0 and
Yeah.
total domination for a time period.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I mean, they're yeah, I mean, the Forney game. I mean, they're out 22-0. That's a game that some mistakes on special teams late in that game and things like that
yeah,
that just kind of hurt them. So Rockwall is going to be up for this task, and I think from the beginning of the year, I've been on this Heath wagon of like, hey, I just think they're the most complete team. I think, and a lot of that had to do with, hey, they went to Highland Park and won, right? Then they beat a ranked California team. For whatever that's worth, they were a
hmm
good team coming out, and then what they did against North Forney. We're talking about Heath. I mean, you're like, okay, this team can pretty much play with anybody right now, and so Rockwall, while they've got a big task on their hands, they've shown every week, either in defeat or victory, It doesn't matter if you're state ranked. Doesn't matter how good you are. We can beat you. And so we'll see what happens with Rockwall. You know that. Let's see where did I have it. Brent Rickard is number 14 area passer coming into this game. The Heath offense is ranked number 8 in the area in total offense.
Wow.
Carter Zom is the number 19 area rusher for Heath. The wide receiver Sean Gary, he's the number 9 area wide receiver. It's really in my mind, two things need to happen for Rockwall. One, they need to play special teams uh, all the way through because it is such a calling card for Coach Young and that special teams group. And they did it for almost the entire game against Forney, and then a couple of mistakes on the special team side maybe cost them that game. But also Brent Rickard's got to be the guy. He has got to be the guy to step on the field and lead this Rockwall team to a victory. Because I can tell you, unlike Longview, who is going to take every second of the clock away, both these coaches play fast. They're going to play tempo. And so each team's going to have plenty of opportunities to get the ball in their hands.
Yeah, this is a big game for both teams. Heath, you know, they need to win at least one of the next two, and these next two games are huge with Rockwall and then Forney, I believe, to finish. And Rockwall needs to win to stay in
Yes.
one of these games. So this game is huge for both teams, maybe in for different reasons, but they both need to win and to be played on. Number one, this is always a huge game anyway. This is almost a week long celebration of these two teams playing starting tonight, but to be now being played on Halloween, I think makes it even more fun. And man, I love it. The first time you had me come out
Yep.
with when our kids were playing, I just had it reminded me of a college game, man, and
Tailgate,
it's just so
music,
awesome. Yeah, it's awesome.
TVs. It was
Everything
awesome.
about it
It is
It
awesome.
was a lot of fun. A lot of
I
fun.
love it. I love it, and I love the I-30 Classic and all this other stuff, and just everything about it. I love it.
Yeah.
I think looking at what's going to have to happen, I Rockwall has had almost two different teams on the field
Yes.
at any point this season, and you can't do that against a game like this. Like, you've got to have your best team on the field, your best performance for 4 quarters, and if that happens, I yes, I'm wearing orange, not hiding it, but I do like what Rockwall's chances if they are that team that they have shown that they can be. Yeah, I think minimize mistakes is number one because a Heath team will pounce on any
Well,
mistakes and take advantage of it.
this has playoff standings in it. Heath wins, they're in.
Yeah.
Rockwall wins, it's going to be hard.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
going to be very, very hard.
Well, there's still a path for them even if they drop this game.
Rockwall loses. I'm sorry.
If Rockwall loses this game,
Rockwall
there still
loses.
is a path. And
But
I'm
man,
going to
what
show
a path
some.
it's going to have to be.
Yeah, I'll show
it's
some.
it's pretty narrow whenever
Yeah.
you want to talk about
It
it.
is, and it really depends on that. Rockwall. If they end up dropping this game, they're going to want to see that North Forney took care of Longview.
Yeah,
Going to have to.
Yeah,
Going to have to.
and
And if Heath somehow does not come out on this, and then goes into Forney next week and loses,
then it's a
then
winning.
Forney's going to be your
Yeah.
Forney wins district.
I think for both teams, you have to approach this week probably more so than Rockwall.
Oh, no.
But you're
Gotta
0-0. The playoffs
Gotta
start
go.
this week.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and I'm sure that's the message to the kids on both sides from the staff.
And whoever the quarterback is for Heath, if it's Collins Jones, it's just going to be his time. He's going to have to step up on the biggest stage in front of the community, and he's going to have to go forward. And it's been done.
It's been done before.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you look back last year, Heath gets the 31-28 win over Rockwall. Bradford breaks that late 73-yard touchdown run with just a couple minutes left to kind of put that game at 10 points and put it out of reach. Rockwall did score late, 23. Rockwall gets the 38-22 win over Heath. Ashton Emery, who is at UTEP, 189 yards, 2 touchdowns. Mason Marshall, 220 yards receiving, 2 touchdowns. You go back to 22. Rockwall beats Heath 56-21. That's when Mr. Peyton Wingfield had 140 yards and 2 touchdowns. Lake Bennett 91 yards rushing, 4 touchdowns. He had 184 yards passing with 2 touchdowns. It takes us back to 21. The 4 overtime thriller, 79-71.
That was fun.
The Hail Mary from Braden
Yeah.
Locke to tie that
Tie the
game
game
up.
up. What a
Um,
ball game that
Lane
was.
Hornat gets the interception to ultimately that won that game. Hoover, 365 yards, 4 touchdowns. Locke, 412, 3 touchdowns. Zach Hernandez in that game, 260 yards, 1 touchdown. Zach Evans, 270, 5 touchdowns. And I'm going back to 23. Rockwall, 38, Heath, 27. That's when Braden Locke outdueled Hoover in that game to win that. So it's back and forth, this rivalry, the last few years especially. I expect it to stay the same this week.
I think
Yeah.
it's going to be a tight game. I really do. I do not
I
think
agree.
this is going to be one of those that's going to be a blowout.
Yeah.
It may be high
I think
scoring.
it'll be a tight game.
It may be high scoring, but it's not going to be a blowout.
Well, and these rivalry games, you see it at all levels of
Yes.
sports.
Yes.
You really do. That anything can happen and expect the unexpected.
Yeah.
So that's what makes it fun.
It is fun. It is fun.
It really does.
Being on the sidelines for those. Yeah, I was on the sideline when the Hoover game, when the 4 overtimes, and then of course the year that we got whipped up on, you were there, but seeing your kid score a couple of touchdowns against the rivalry and have 140 yards, it was awesome. But
Yeah.
man, there's just nothing better than Friday Night Lights and Rockwall.
Yeah, the playoff teams that are still in contention in the remaining schedule, Tire Legacy and Roy City, obviously are have been knocked out of playoff contention. Obviously, you see the records. I think I've put 2 and 2 for Rockwall. That's 2 and 3. But what stands out here and what you probably can't see here is that. And I'm talking to Matt Stepp with Dave Campbell's Texas Football last night. All 5 of these teams can still win district. All 5 of these teams can still miss the playoffs. Obviously, Forney with Tower Legacy this Friday. If you get to 4 wins, you're in the playoffs. We look for them to punch their ticket in. The rest of it is all up in the air because if you see Rockwall win this week and you see Longview win this week, then all of a sudden Rockwall, if they were to pull off a win over North Forney, North Forney is probably going to be sitting out at 3 and 3, and Rockwall would be right there at 4 and 2. And then that would put a lot of pressure on Heath for that Forney game because Forney's going to come into that Heath game in the playoffs, and Heath's going to need a win to get to get that 4th win to get them in. There are so many scenarios, and just so people know, and the tiebreaker. So the tiebreaker, we're not going to try to figure out the scenarios right now and all that stuff because Matt Stepp last night was like, there's about 50 different things that can happen still. So, but what you should pay attention to, what you need to know is that if there's a 3-way tie for first place, it goes to points and plus 17 and minus 17, and these are district games. So if you beat a team 63-0, you're plus 17 in that game. If you lost 63-0, you're minus 17 in that game. And then they determine that to knock one team out. The team with the lowest point total, point differential, they'll be knocked out, and then the 2 remaining, they'll use head-to-head to figure out a district champ. And so that's kind of how this will play out. And if North Forney, if Rockwall somehow does not make these playoffs, that would push North Forney and Heath and into the Division 1, and Longview and Forney down into Division 2, and then we talk about seeding, which we'll talk about that later on about potential matchups and why it's so important, especially in this district, to be the 1 seed in Division 1 or 2 because of round 2 potential matchups. But there's a lot to go to. Just and right now, if you're wondering, Forney is plus 5 in the point differential. Longview is plus 44. Heath is plus 12. North Forney is plus 50. Okay, so
I mean, looking at the screen right now, I can see Longview and Forney in the playoffs.
yeah,
I can see North Forney, Heath, or Rockwall out of the playoffs. Just depends.
yeah,
There's some tiebreaker scenarios that
Yeah.
definitely play that because of
Yeah.
head to head. The thing that stands out for this week is that nobody controls their own destiny.
Right.
Mhm.
So
Yes, a lot of help from everybody. Right.
nobody can clinch this week.
well,
None of the
Forney
five.
can.
Forney can.
Forney can only if a Rockwall loses.
No, if they, once
Well,
they get to
they'll have
4
their
wins,
fourth
they're
win.
in. They
Yeah.
get to 4 wins, they'll be in.
They may not clinch the title, but they're
yeah,
clinch a playoff spot.
That's fair. But
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yes.
I mean, there's. But if you think about it, you got five, and you got one scenario
One
where
scenario.
somebody really controls their own destiny.
Yeah,
So it's
because
all-
one of these teams is going to be 3-3,
Yes.
and one, which means anybody who gets to 4 wins is in, and so a lot of play after this Friday is really going to let us know, and don't forget Heath plays Forney on a Thursday night, so
and let me clarify what I'm saying. This week, nobody controls their own destiny. But if Forney gets to 4-1,
they're in.
they're
Yeah,
they're
four
in.
four is the magic number. You won't
Yes.
because nobody else. There won't be 4 other teams. Not everybody's going to finish at 4 wins in this because they
I think
play
we
each
had
other
this
a lot.
come up a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
You had 3 at 4 wins and 1 at 3 wins. But if you're Forney and you're just wondering, I mean, Legacy's coming up. You kind of got to feel good about it. But
Oh
you
yeah,
can't. They're coming, and Forney's coming off a bye.
Yeah.
So everybody's coming back healthy.
Yeah. Well, we need to study a little more, and we don't want to take too much time up. But Dallas Morning News has it nailed down this week where Forney, even if Forney win, if Rockwall doesn't lose, they're not in. Nobody can control their own destiny because of the tiebreakers and the what ifs. So
Yeah.
even though four wins should,
yeah,
but depending upon if Rockwall doesn't lose, they can't control their own destiny.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what a hot mess,
So the
right?
question is, who has the tougher path
Uh,
to get in?
I
That's
think
a
no
great one.
doubt. I think no. I mean,
I
just
think
just
it's North
me.
Forney.
Well, it's.
North Forney's got to be the toughest. I mean, you got Longview and Rockwall.
I mean,
You mean well, Longview's already played Rockwall, so
No, I'm saying North Forney's got to play Longview and Rockwall.
yeah.
They're the hard. They got the
I think
hardest path.
I think North
I don't- I
Forney and
mean-
Heath have the two toughest paths. I don't know which one is what is.
yeah. I mean,
Oh yeah, both
you,
of them for sure.
Rockwall
But
and
if
Heath.
it was between those two, I'm going to
Yeah.
go with North Forney.
Yeah, Rockwall, Heath, and North Forney. They're playing the best
Yeah.
teams in they're going head to head with each
Mhm.
other
Yeah.
the last 2 weeks. You could just pick one of those and say, yeah, that's the tougher road right there.
And
But
I'll be honest, I would expect Forney if Forney's going to come out and want to put up 100 points on Tyler just to lock this thing down, be done with it. Let's don't play around.
it is yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's worth noting Rockwall has 2 home games left. And even though they're the visitor,
Okay.
they are home
Right.
tomorrow, and they're home against North Forney. So they're not having to travel these last
That's
2
a big
games.
deal.
Huge deal.
Yeah, so that's worth noting. They definitely, like I said, all 5 of these teams can still win district. Obviously, some teams like Heath controls their own destiny. If Heath wins out, they're going to be the district champ. But because they'll have the head to head over North Forney.
Yes.
And I
Forney.
and well, yeah, and Forney, yes.
Hey,
correct.
look, and North Forney's got a hard road to hold because that Longview game is going to be rough and tough. Then you got to turn around and travel, even though it's not very far, back to Rockwall the following week. This Longview game has big implications for North Forney.
It really does.
Yeah. So lots to unravel there. We'll dive more into what tiebreakers and stuff next week once we kind of know
We'll have
each
definitely those
of
paths.
what teams need to do what, and then where they are in point differentials, and that'll make break. Okay. I think he's here. Yeah, I've seen a lot of commotion, and so it's time to take a break and bring on Batman.
It's the Batman.
Kind of intimidating looking. Don't
Yeah.
you think?
You know, it's time to bring him in. Remember, he's 5-0, and if you want to if you want to check me on that, I mean, I did research the show and find the video. There was one year where he couldn't make it, so he just posted the bat light and put the symbol of the Rockin' R in there. And so, you can feel free to fact check me as far as his picks go. But he is 5-0, and
Mm.
so. He looks to try to stay perfect at 6-0, which
Mm.
won't go in favor of one of the teams that he picks tonight. So one of the teams is thinking, okay, it's time to break that streak there. So
Boy.
Chris Pena, James Branch, Chris Moore, Kevin Wingfield. We're live here at Rockwall Ford. That segment was brought to you by Wrench City Power Sports. Don't go anywhere when we're back. Batman's in the house, and we're gonna find out who he thinks will win the I-30 Classic. Don't go anywhere.
Truth is, Heath Hawks will win on a final second touchdown by Mr. Josh Hoover, but they win by 1 point. And I only picked that because my daughter said that the Heath Hawks will win. So that's why I'm going to pick the Heath Hawks.
I didn't know you had kids, Batman.
I'm very famous, and you don't know a lot about me. Very famous.
Overtimes by 1 point. The Rockwall Yellow Jackets
Rockwall Yellow Jackets.
come
2
out
overtime.
I
victorious.
cannot handle double overtime.
Hey. And we are back live here on Rockwall County Game Day. This segment is brought to you by Open Air. Open Air Game of the Week is the I-30 Classic. And as you can tell, we are joined
Hello, everyone.
by Batman.
I
Hello.
thought it was Gotham City Public Works that was sponsoring us this time.
I like that you added a Rockwall guy to the game day set here.
That is new, Batman.
Well, let's just start with a bang. You know, being that I'm new, I did bring Batman a gift that we need
my
to open.
goodness.
Open it right now
Okay.
before
Kissing
we
up
get
does not
started.
help.
Here we go.
Let's start it right off the
Oh,
get go.
here we go.
Okay, so
Batman
I
loves
noticed
gifts.
you're missing some things with your
Oh, man.
your work attire.
Use a bat knife.
So
Look,
Oh,
look at
look
this.
at there.
We are not trying to bribe Batman, are
So,
we?
no bribes. I just
Okay.
felt that you needed some
I can.
color.
Yeah,
It
color.
needs color.
All right.
That's what's missing, Batman.
Yes.
So let's show it to the
I've
camera.
been.
Show it to the camera.
I've been. Thank you. Thank you for the gifts. When you fight crime, you don't get many gifts.
You're always underappreciated.
Yes.
Always.
Yes.
Always.
Yes.
So
So listen, we
Thank
have
you.
Batman makes his appearance once a year. So
Thank God.
we have to take a couple of minutes to catch up with Batman. And so Batman, how has the crime fighting been?
Well, let me tell you, it's been quite busy, especially with HEB opening up here. Well, I was
Up all
there just in case there was some unruliness and
Any
I needed
problems
to
at
throw.
HEB?
No, there was a run on the beef, but other than that, everybody seemed to be in order, and the folks at HEB did a good job opening that store. But that said, it's day one, and I might have to stick around here for a couple of days and see what kind of bat crime there is
Well,
around here.
HEB got a lot of airtime tonight, so if they
Please
want to
sponsor.
be a
Please
sponsor,
Rockwall County Game Day.
Batman is watching over you. You have to do business with Rockwall County Game
Oh,
Day.
yes.
Can
You
I
know,
just say also how honored you guys are for me being here?
Yes, yes. We've
that's what I was thinking, right?
Exactly.
we couldn't
I
get
can't
Jerry
control my
Jones,
enthusiasm.
so we settled with Batman,
Yes.
and he has
Yes.
graced our presence this time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
well,
Batman, what do we need to know about what's going on? Should we be not looking out, or should we watch our travel? I mean, you're watching from above.
Yeah.
What do we need to know?
Well, a lot's happened since last year that I visited this set, and I can tell you that right now you do not want to go to Jamaica.
Okay.
Okay,
All
so we're praying for the folks at Jamaica, but let's stay clear of there. All right, that's a place where there might be some crime, and that's for only me to visit. So we'll ask that everyone say their prayers for the people in Jamaica that are stuck there, but stay away from there. I can also tell you, I was talking to that short Hispanic guy that invites me.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "Do not go to Longview ever." Because they are ruthless.
Yeah, he
Okay?
could have used you last week in Longview.
Yeah,
I think.
they're a week late.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
we're
are
late on
they are
that one.
tough people and they're beautiful people in Longview, and I certainly would fight crime for them. But be careful about what you say about their Lobos because
Mm.
they are relentless. And so, yeah, that would be another place that you might tread lightly at going. The last place that I would say that maybe isn't the best place to go is Las Vegas. Because there's lots of bad things and bad people that go on there. And I try to tell the host Chris to stay away from there, but he seems to love going there.
Yeah, I know, man. You know, he'll cancel the show just to go to Vegas and play
Yeah.
golf or something. I don't.
You got to have priorities.
Yeah, I think we probably need to get you to help us have a talk with
Yeah,
him about this.
I played the Joker once in golf, and exploding ball on every shot. It did not go well, but you know, hey, little punch here, little punch there, and out goes the Joker.
Right? All right. Well, we got caught up with Batman. Batman, tell us, what do you like about this week and the I-30
Well, I
Classic?
love the people. I love all the people in the community, and I can tell you that the event that is put on for the I-30 Classic is truly something that everyone around the state of Texas should come and witness and be a part of. Even if you just want to be a fan of football and you don't know anything about these two teams, it's a great atmosphere, and you should just come out and see this. It's one of the best things that happens here in Texas. That's why I love coming to pick this game. That's why when the bat call comes out, I'm here. I'm gonna be here for this game. Unfortunately, for one of these teams, because I'm Batman and I'm perfect. Uh, one of these teams will not like my pick tonight, but that does not mean that one of these teams can't do well going forward. It just means that this week they're already at a disadvantage because of my pick.
Now it's got
And
me. I'm excited to hear now.
and it's Halloween. Should we watch out for some unruliness in costumes at the game?
Yeah, oh, definitely. Lots of sugar highs with all these teenagers. Lots of candy going on, and so
Batman imposters. Watch out
yes,
for the
a
Batman
lot of
imposters.
I saw, yeah, a lot of Batman imposters. But you know, not everybody can be a hero, and it's not something that I take lightly. It's just something that I was cursed with, and so sometimes I have to do my duties, but hopefully I won't have to mess with anybody at the I-30 Classic, because I know that these fans are going to treat each other with respect that they deserve. If not, don't be surprised to see me.
Well, I find it funny Mr. Wingfield hasn't been able to look at you since you've been on the show.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I
Uh,
can't tell if he's a Forney fan or a Heath fan,
I
but
I'm a football
he's
fan,
probably,
man. I am a
yeah,
football fan.
he's one of those
Everybody
guys
belongs to
that
you.
wears a different jersey, and he says he's a Cowboy fan, but he'll wear a Green
Ooh,
Bay or
ooh.
go somewhere,
no,
you know.
now,
We
you
almost
take that
made
back.
the entire show without a cowboy reference, and
Well,
here Batman ruined the whole thing
Batman,
for us.
imagine that.
Sucks.
yes, I'm not much of a Cowboy fan, but I do pay attention, and I can tell you that unfortunately they are going to win the Super Bowl this year.
Mm.
So uh, that's just part of it.
Ooh.
Well, that right there just kills the pick for Friday night. Just let
Well,
Well,
everybody know.
man. Well, I was about to dive into the picks, folks, but I guess
Yeah, well, it's obvious that Batman has been
I
nipped in the
also
bud a
got to
bit.
say that these graphics up here, the open air wealth management game of the week, yeah, that's just well done, and it's cool to see sponsors supporting the kids and supporting the community. I think I saw your name up there earlier.
you
It's
did.
cool to see. So yeah, I got to give a shout out to whoever made those graphics. I could have probably done a better job, but
Was that done on
Well,
a good Mac computer or one that was slow?
well, all Macs are terrible,
oh,
but we were not looking for a sponsor from Apple right now. So
well, I will say it took me all night to put that together, Batman, because the short Hispanic guy's computer did some. I don't know whatever happened to him. So we dismissed him and replaced him with you this week. But it took me all night to get this open air stuff and
Oh
figure all this out.
gosh.
So again, the
I
segment's brought to you by Open Air. This
yes
is
he no he yeah yeah I have to apologize for not shaving. Typically, I like to shave, and I just saw on camera that was not a clean shave. But also, I would just like to say you're welcome to everyone out there that I came on this show today. So I
saved the
appreciate.
entire thing.
Yes, yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
for sure.
Well, Batman,
What
let's
years is
let's
this?
get right into this. You're gonna pick last. because that's just your pick is so important,
Yes.
and it makes or breaks the game. So, Mr. Wingfield, we'll start with you. What do you think?
Yeah, man, it's going to be a good game, but I've got the Heath alumni, so I have to go with my Heath boys every week.
Oh, he's going
So
for the Hawks.
Going for the
have to go
Hawks.
for the Hawks,
All right,
and a wonder, not
Mr.
just
Moore.
wonder.
There's no hiding my colors. I think it's going to be a great game, though.
It's going to be a good game.
And I'm a high school football fan first, yes. I think Rockwall is going to be prepared. I think they are going to treat it like a playoff game because they have to win. So give me Rockwall in a very close, tight
Very
game
close
that goes to the end. Very competitive game, football game. But I think the high-end Rockwall team we've seen at points this year shows up for 4 quarters.
All right. Well, I have ridden the Heath train all year long, and I am still on the Heath train. However, I am a little bit worried about the health of some of our players. If we can have all of our guys out there healthy, I think Heath could pull this thing off. I am a little bit uncertain, so I'm going to take Rockwall in a close one in this game.
Rockwall. So we have 2 Rockwall, 1 Heath. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
That is correct. Um, you know, when you look at these 2 well-coached teams, and you look at the seasons that these 2 teams are having, um, and the teams that are surrounded by in their what do you call it? Their with all the teams that play together, their conference, their district. It's just so hard to pick one of these teams because at any given moment there can be a little bit of Batman in somebody, and they can throw a bat star or swoop in on a zip line and score a touchdown. And I expect a few of those this week.
I see bat ropes at every football game on the weekends. Bat ropes.
Bat ropes.
Bat ropes.
Bat ropes.
Bat ropes. I don't know what bat rope. We don't use ropes.
That's how you swing in.
Oh.
You don't swing on a line. You swing it on a rope.
Yeah, that was the 1970 Batman.
I'm old.
Now I fly in on my bat jet. Okay. I got my bat jet. Sorry. There's a young Batman fan, that is looking for an autograph. That will not happen because that's not what I do. Before I make my pick, seriously, I just would like to give a shout out to my little batlings at home. And to my beautiful bat wife for the incredible woman that she is, and for all that she does to support me in all my crime fighting duties. I haven't been home in some time, but I plan on going home after maybe visiting Vegas or something like that to check on crime. Yeah, so I just want to give a shout out to them. These 2 teams, so well coached. I love everything that these 2 coaches do to lead their teams. I love the quarterback play. I love the intensity that these teams. It reminds me of me, the intensity that they bring to the fields. But unfortunately, one will have to go down. And this year, the winner of the I-30 Classic, and it has nothing to do with any gifts that are given to me. The Rockwall Yellow Jackets
And
are
there you have it.
going to win the 2025 I-30 Classic, and I might be available to sub in if needed at some point during the game. I love the quarterback. I love the leadership he brings. I love that he could be the difference in this game. And they've got a young stud upcoming wide receiver. I love Coach Young, the intensity he brings on special teams. That's going to be the difference. Give me Rockwall by 3 points in an absolute classic of a game.
Rockwall by 3. Well, Batman, you never fail to disappoint. We always take this show to another level. And
the levels this show is going to.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And I would also like to say to the people at Rockwall Heath, be kind to everyone that did not pick the the Heath Hawks. Me, you won't see me, and I am not Chris Pena, if anybody's wondering. But be nice to him also because he loves you guys and he supports no matter what. And this game will ultimately not have. I still think both of these teams will be in the playoffs. If Rockwall can pull off a victory, which I have already sealed the fate of this game. So if you want to go to the game, I encourage you to still go. But we know the winner.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is all for tonight. We want to thank Open Air for being the I-30 Classic sponsor for this game. We want to thank Mr. Chris Moore, Kevin Wingfield, myself, James Branch, and always Mr. Batman. And let's not leave out Chris Pena, who brings us in every week. Hey, listen,
That guy's short.
that's true. That is true. Hey,
Short man.
it's Halloween. Everybody be safe. We can't wait to see you next week. Thank you for tuning in tonight.
Watch out for the kiddos Friday nights getting to the games. Watch out for the kiddos.
That's right. On behalf of all of us, everybody have a safe one. Have a good time. I-30 Classic,
Dak
baby.
Prescott. Dak over Romo.
Oh, God, please shut this off.
I thought I ended it.
Oh, my God. Hey.
Hey, we're still here. I don't know.
Still here.
Hit the
We
hit.
need-
I think you got to hit that
we need-
play sign.
It's not working. I don't know.
Go. Oh no.
This happens every
It's-
year, folks.
go
We're not quitting.
Go down to the bottom right and just hit finish.
We're not